Attention since everyone's here.
Yes.
Do you know what we're gonna learn today?
The brain.
The brain, okay. What else? Anything else in the brain?
Neurosystem.
Neurosystems, okay. I hope that everyone watched the video or searched a bit about it more or less, or maybe hopefully you remember something from your middle school and high school classes, more or less. Otherwise, I might have to call your teacher.
Oh.
Hi, Mrs. Smith. This is Pop. So yes. So the first half, I'm gonna introduce you the neural system and a bit about the brain. We're gonna have 2 games as well. So now since you guys already have the candies to get through the day, let's see how much you're able to remember, more or less. So let me. So we're gonna start the day with a bit of Kahoot to test you.
Can we turn off a little bit the lights?
Yes, I'll turn it up. Is that better?
Oh yeah, that's better.
Yeah. So.
But I can't come with you. You're going to do your nails? Are you here this way? I don't know actually. We went to Friday morning.
Nine more people. Four more. 3 more.
I'm on my way. I can't find my phone and my internet.
Same deals, the top 3 gets the snacks. But it's gonna be different one of the marshmallows. I ran out of marshmallows. Okay. Everyone's ready?
Yes.
Awesome. Let's go.
Why am I nervous?
Why are you nervous? So introduction to neuroscience, something really basic, nothing difficult, very basic. So let's start with the word class first. From the videos that you watch on Teams, anything that you learn, a bit of the warm up here. Five answers. Hopefully no one's gonna write like dot or question mark.
What did you do?
Nothing. Nada.
But this video of the actual brain.
Oh, I thought it was before I watched the videos. Now I have
No,
but I know a lot from the videos. But I am stupid also right now.
how dare you?
Relation between 11, right? How it works, how important, structure of the brain, function of the brain, lobes, neuroscience. Brain is big, okay. Big brain. Your nerves.
Watch.
It's in
Whose
your
nerves? It's in your
Oh, fuck.
limbic system firefly. What is a neuron? Neurons. It has a lot of parts. The brain is big. The brain is should be proportionate to your body. There's a disease called if you have the bigger brain. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Not much. Okay, we'll learn more about it. Uses little sparks. That's cute. I like that one. Little twinkling sparks. Just like Christmas lights. Okay. What is neuron? Yes. Neuron is an individual nerve cell. Each single nerve cell is called neurons. The brain cells make up of more than one neurons and other extra cells and blood cells and things like that to make up the brain cells. So that's the correct answer. Good, okay. Axon is something that is a part that makes up of the neurons. We will learn about it later on, but just to have it clear. Ooh. Yo. Okay, next. What is a nerve? My tips is to get rid of the choice that is not correct, that you know it already is not correct. Okay, very good, Jordy. Nerves, a whole bunch of nerves make up neurons. That's why we call neural networks. Brain cells are made up of a whole bunch of neural networks. Lymph nodes, right? Lymph nodes are part of your immune system, so it's part of the white blood cells. So that kills, like the B cell, kill the T cells, kill the B cell, things like that. At least no one answered the blood cells, which is good. At least you get that basic biology off. You still taught the game for now. Good. How many nerve cells are there in the body? Whoa.
I think I'm pretty sure.
There's no choice for a lot, but it is a lot.
I don't know.
Just as much as
Million is too less. That's like only half of our body, so just only half of me. Trillion, I might have the third arm or fourth arm right here, like a Hindu god. Zillion, I might have like a whole bunch of like multiple me's attached to myself. Billion, it's pretty much good amount of the number to make up an actual 50 centimeter body.
Yeah, it's not a video.
Okay. Next.
Oh,
Leonie!
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't choose it.
You chose it. How many parts of neurons are made of? You guys just saw the picture, and there's a picture too. It's somewhere along this line. Is it one person still has an answer? Gotta guess. You only get 25% chances, but 25 already the wrong answer.
I think we all answered.
Your answer? Okay. So. Okay, majority of you correct. There are three main parts of neurons. The head, the body, and the tail. Well, I don't have tail. We don't have tail, but more like legs. Okay, but the head, the body, and the tail. 3 parts.
Sorry, no.
At least you were the top once.
Group 4, group 4, group 4. What's a group 4? Yes.
Ooh, Cornell.
Hey, this is group 4.
This is just our group. We're right there.
Preparation is 80%. What did I say?
And also good conformity then. Okay, good. You three will get the snacks after the break. Okay.
Yeah, of course. No?
Okay, so.
Don't come back.
Hang up here was how those are exactly.
Very good. So we
Okay, let's go.
had the fun. Or you had fun. So the word neuroscience is neurons plus science or the nerve plus science. So basically this is the scientific study of the nervous system, where the individual single unit cell is called neurons. Whole bunch of neurons. Let's say for example we are, each of us is a neuron, and a whole bunch of us creates the nerve. We are the nerves. If we connect it, like let's say if you touch your friend's shoulder and connect it, then we create neural network. Yes, and each nerve and the neural network create different types of system, like digestive system, nervous system, circulatory system, immune system, so on and so forth. There are maybe 12 systems in our body. Is that clear so far?
Yes.
Yes, good, okay. This is what a typical neuron looks like.
Nice.
Typical, yes. Typical in here, I mean, if you like take it like a biology exam, it's gonna show up this picture. If any of you watched the video, can anyone tell me from head to tail? Oh, sorry. Oops. So that's the head, right? The head, body, and the tail. What's dendrite?
That's what they receive, the electronic and the
That's pulses.
the pulses basically.
What
Oh.
connects with the other?
Ah,
Oh.
good. It's a branch. It looks like a dead tree. Receive the electrical messages from other neurons. Very good. Should I say 10 points for Gryffindor or something?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
I can use Is it? It's a classroom at Gryffindor. Oh my god, that's so annoying.
What?
Okay. Then that's the cell body. That this whole yellow orange thing is called cell body. Do you know another name for the cell body?
So.
Soma. Okay, very good.
Oh, so.
And it has the DNA of the cell.
Okay, very good, Leonie. The purple thing is where it contains the DNA, the genetic components of each neuron. So the neurons, like us, has a living system that has to reproduce. Right? It dies and it regenerates. It degenerates and regenerates. So it needs the DNA. Spooky. The DNA genetic components to be able to reproduce, which is the purple part. And then the axon halo is basically the connection between the head and the body. Basically, it's the neck, just like us. We have the neck. Whole thing is called axon, but it's axon. Yes, so I'm sorry.
It carries the electrical, the signals through towards the axon terminal, so it can go to another neuron.
Okay, very good. Thank you. 10 points for Brenda or something. Yes.
So it serves as a relayer?
Sorry.
It serves as a relayer?
Yeah. There are layers. You see that it looks like a cocktail sausages, right?
I actually have another thought on it, but now I cannot forget it.
You're gonna use imagination when you learn biology a bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Each these blocks has you see like a small dots here. Do you know what it's called? Anyone remember? Yes, Song.
Myelin sheet, or do you mean the in-between?
The not the myelin sheet, but the cell inside.
Oh,
Yes, Dion.
Schwann cell.
Schwann cell. Very good. It's yes, it's German. It's called Schwann cell because a German guy, I think his last name is Schwann, discovered it, and I think the most basic thing that he could do is to name after his last name, Schwann cells. Yeah. Schwann cells is a cell inside axon that actually creates the myelin sheet. Interesting enough. So, what is myelin sheet? Yes, Song? Someone's prepared. I can see that.
It's a fatty layer over the axon, so that the signal jumps between the fatty layers, the nodes of Ranvier, and then it's going quicker.
Okay.
Because it jumps. Is it the nodes of yeah?
Yes. I can feel there's a big competition between you and Leonie. just like okay.
Boarding system.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Does it
Yes.
also protect?
Very good. The main job is to protect the axon because axon is really fragile, like glass. And in addition to the protection, like bodyguard, it helps sending the electrical messages faster. So mentioned this gap between is called the nodes of Ranvier. What is it for? Yes, Leonie.
Speeding up the signal even more.
Very good. I'll get you 2 snacks afterwards as well. There are neurons that don't have the nodes of Ranvier as well, so it's just be a one long Vienna sausage, you know. Or first leg. It's gonna be just long sausage, but the scientific study shows that comparing the acceleration of the electrical messages, the one with the nodes of Ranvier is actually be able to send faster messages compared to the one without the nodes of Ranvier. The name sounds French because the guy who discovered it is a French guy. That's why it's called the node of Ranvier. And then what is the axon terminal or terminal buttons, or there's another name? Yes?
Well, it's the end of that cell, so it communicates, the fact of communicating the signal that arrives to the outer cell.
Okay, so it sends the messages
Yes.
to
The next one.
the next one.
So
Okay.
the dendrite of the next cell.
Very good. Very good. Someone study hard, I can see that. Yeah, so it's like the head connect to someone's tail.
And with the head again.
And sometimes, yeah, and it just connects like that.
I love it.
It just like your head touch like someone's ankle and we just connect like that. Yeah.
Good system.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, so once you hopefully you'll be able to get a grasp. So basically, just recap again, neurons are the cells that make up the brain, the nervous systems, other types of systems. They're fundamental units that send and receive signals that allow to move our muscles, feel things, able to control things or manage things, and also form memories and many other more functions that we still haven't discovered yet what it's capable of. So actually, if you have a chance, we can actually dissect the small, tiny little part of the brain cell and use like extra microscope to see its body. It's not gonna look as pretty as that because it's already dead, so it's gonna be like flat, dry, and dead. But it's something looks similar. And as I said, not all neurons looks the same because we can distinguish them by shape and by function.
Just a quick question. Is the PowerPoint going to be uploaded?
Yes, I'll upload it.
That'll be it.
So by shape, first I'll teach you by shape first. Unipolar, uni means one, right? Bipolar, not the disease, but the bipolar means it has two sides. Yes. Pseudo means fake, so it's kind of pretty fake unipolar because it doesn't have the myelin sheaths and the axon. And then this is the typical one that I just mentioned. It's called the multipolar. Can you believe that we are made up of these tiny little squeezing things that looks like aliens? So this is the reason why I always say that we all look the same, because if we dissect, if we skin our skin off, strip all our hair, the muscles, we just gonna look the same, and inside that we just gonna look like this, separate pieces, puzzles, combined together. Okay. Did I go too fast? Anyone have any questions? Anyone get confused? It's pretty, try to have it very basic, like a 101, good knowledge for you to brag to other people. At some point, maybe at a bar and a drink, like, do you know? Okay, so by function, the first one is sensory neuron. Sensory neurons are the nerve cells that activated by the input from the environment, which means that, let me give you an example. For example, you all cook once in your life, or at least you someone cook, right? There's a hot pot. If you touch that hot pot and you take your hands off, right? Unless you have CIP, that is like not sensitive to pain. The central nervous system, center, the brain and spinal cord, nothing else. We'll talk about brain in a separate section, but you don't have to remember all the blocks of your spinal cord. If you can, then it would be awesome. If you can't, that is okay. Then you're just gonna be average people that remember things. But at least in case you have injuries or accident through your chest, remember this big parts, like, okay, from this before your chest is cervical from your clavicle here. It's called clavicle. Thoracic, the chest is your thorax right here. Lumbar is this, your back. Sacral, it's lower lumbar. Coccygeal is what it used to be our tail, our tailbone, but we don't have it anymore. It's right here. So at least remember that. So when you feel pain, you can tell the doctor which part of it do you feel pain. because it's also related to your body, not just your spinal cord. Like, okay, I have pain in my lumbar, so then the doctor will know that, oh, maybe it's the bones, maybe it's your kidney, maybe the glands, thoracic, then maybe your lungs, the ribs, the sternums, things like that, sigmoid bones. These C, so you can see that it's separated into C based on the name. So the C 1 and 3 is like, these are the nerves. We have a lot of nerves in our body. So C is part of the top one, the T. These are the nerves that goes to your body. So yes, Isabella.
I assume that these are similar for male and female, right?
Yes.
So then penile erection would be
The erection for the guy, but for female is part of your clitoris. Yes. Cool. Of all things, you just focus on that.
no, not okay. Never mind.
I'm just kidding, but it's interesting questions, cause like guys have like penis, right? And what about for girls, right? We have clitoris. Cause like quick recap, the development class in a nutshell, we all born, believe it or not, we all born as females, but then as the time goes by towards later in our development in our mother's uterus, the X chromosome in the Y in the body kicks in, so then the penis basically just extends towards the clitoris. So that's the thing. So that's why we both have like a male and female side of it. And some guys may have more feminine side than the other, but that's the history of it. Yeah. Okay. Any other question before we move on to the other things? Peripheral means around, so something that's around that's not central. So it's connected to your spinal cord, skeletal muscles, or smooth muscles, your organs, things like that. You divide to two subtypes. So the somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Somatic, see any familiarity? Somatic.
Yeah.
So body.
Soma.
Sensory.
Yes.
It's about.
Good. Remember, somatic is from the word soma, which means the cell body. So it's the nervous system that connects the spinal cord to the rest of your body. The one that is voluntary. Voluntary means that like how you walk, how you just wait, say hi, how you put thumbs up, how you lift your stuff. So that's the voluntary. Autonomic means like automatic, right? So then anything that you cannot control. Digestion, very good. The breathing, the heartbeats are alive. If you have to do everything at once, then you're gonna die, basically. That's why. And then the autonomic nervous system can further divide into sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Anyone can tell me the difference between sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system? Yes, Leah?
Yes, sympathetic, I mean, what I saw in the videos, it's that two types of states. When you're in a sympathetic state, you're more energetic and receptive to things. And when you're in a parasympathetic state, you're more down and not so open to stimulus and stuff like this.
Yes, very good.
It
Very
also
good.
has to do with like stress and anxiety. Yeah.
That's the keywords. Good. Very good.
What has to do with stress and anxiety?
Sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system is associated with the fight or flight response. That associated with acute stress. Acute means short or sudden. Chronic means long. So acute means just like, one day up to a month, but no longer than 3 to 6 months. Chronic is 6 months and above. So you have the stress, and the sympathetic nervous system trigger that fight or flight response that that helps you survive in the emergency mode, for example. So we have this with us since the Ice Age, where we become Homo sapiens, or even before that when we still chimpanzees or monkeys and apes. It's the thing that helped us survive the mammoth and the saber-tooth back in the days. Now, not so much. We might deal with different types of stress, like you have
Deadline.
yeah, the deadline. You meet the like stupid teacher, or like crazy boss. I don't know, angry moms, things like that cause you the stress. Anything that causes you the stress, we call a threat, but the threat would be such a strong word because maybe your mom not a threat to you, right? So we call it a stressor. Anything that causes you stress, we call a stressor. So maybe you can say like, oh, can we take a break of this discussion, Mom? You are my stressor right now. just pause. So,
And then you get in trouble.
exactly, you get grounded now.
And there it is, another stressor. Bigger one.
Just like this.
Yes, so with the sympathetic nervous system, it's a fight or flight. For example, it actually helps you to actually be able to do it. The thing that you would not imagine that you can, like you actually can do, because your heart gonna beat faster. You're gonna be slightly a bit stronger. Like suddenly you're gonna be like somewhat like Superman. Your eyes gonna more like dilated. There's a news I think 10 years ago in Thailand. That's like the Thai family, and they went out and their house on fire. And then panic enough, they ran into the house, grabbed like the TV and refrigerator and just like brought it out. And then once the whole house got like burned down, they took all these like furnitures, like the sofa, the table, the couch, the shelf, between like the four of them, like, and they would not be able to do it without this sympathetic nervous system. That actually, in their panic mode, they managed to do amazing things like carry heavy stuff that they normally cannot. So, it's like when adrenaline kicks in. So, a good comparison, the parasympathetic, yes?
What's the difference between adrenaline and noradrenaline?
There are different of hormones. Adrenaline is also called epinephrine, and noradrenaline called norepinephrine. It's a hormone associated to the thrill, the anger, and the fear. One is the fear, one is the anger.
Okay.
Yes.
Could you take it a little bit more slow because I'm not following.
Okay. Yeah. Which part do you want me to repeat?
No, don't repeat it. I'm still busy writing everything down. And
Okay.
go so fast, I don't know where you're talking about.
Okay, I'll be slow. Yes.
Well, I for a fact know that I am neither. I am a freezer. Is that also like?
Yes, that's the thing. These days, it developed. I'll tell you about it. Yes, Leah.
Yeah, I also wanted to ask about that because I heard there's also a phase.
Yes.
So there's like 4 of them.
Yes. So with this,
Yeah.
with the evolution, I would say human evolution. Back in the days, we have fight or flight, right? You either fight the lion or you just run away, right? These days, we have a more so-called civilization, technology. We have the freeze mode, where you don't know what to do because you've never been trained before. And also the phase mode, where it's we can say it's beyond the freeze state. I had that freeze mode once, I think. I'll tell you the story. It's pretty funny actually. I was like 8 years old. And we used to have another business, computer business in Chiang Mai, so we were in the mall. We don't have that anymore. And then I like to play with do you know the shelf, and you can slice the glass door? I like to play with that a lot. One day, it's a bad karma too, so I saw a big flies, so I tried to catch it, right? So I just like kind of slide it too close to kind of lock the flies in that empty glass shelf. As soon as slice hits the frame, it broke and it just crashed and shattered, and it's just like about 2 meters tall. I was 8, so I didn't know what to do. I was like, because my thoughts like, oops, I'm gonna be in trouble. Oops, I'm gonna get injured, or I might die. I have no idea what to do. It's just in front of me, and so my dad had to took me away from that like shattered glasses. I just froze for a couple minutes. So that's freezing mode. Yeah, so, and my mom said, that's bad karma for you. My mom's like, I told you so. Don't do that. So yes, that's a fight, flight, freeze, and phase. Phase come really later, through the social media, technology era.
What happens in phase?
The phase, the phase, it can be many. It can come out in many actions. Like if you see someone write bad comments in your you guys don't use Facebook anymore, maybe Instagram or something like that, and you might wanna attack, but there's a different way of the attacking or things like that. Yes.
Isn't it called fawns?
Yeah, fawn. Some people call fawn, some people call the phase.
But phase and fawn are the same thing?
Yes.
Because here it says fawn is your body's stress response to try to release someone to avoid conflict.
Yes, some people also don't like to have conflict, right? So they try to avoid that.
Okay.
You might say something nice, like people pleaser or fall into that category. It's something really new these days. Some textbook might call it differently, but they're the same thing.
So it is fight, flight?
Freeze and fawn, or they call phase and fawn the same thing.
Okay.
But the main thing, just remember the fight or flight. Because I don't think you guys are people pleaser, so I don't think you guys gonna have the fawn stage that much. You might freeze if you, I don't know, see a lion and out of the zoo and gonna eat you. If you're not right, you're gonna freeze. Yes.
And what's the bigger word about these things of response ways or something?
Oh, we call it the fight or flight or freeze response.
Okay.
Yeah, we just call it like that. Or we call it like FFF response.
So these are ways how people respond on situations.
Exactly. So when you think about it, the sympathetic nervous system are like the emergency mode that is like alert, give your body like alert. And then you have the parasympathetic mode. So think about it, it's like when your body alert, I think most of you have taken like the paracetamol before, right? When you take paracetamol, you feel tired and want to sleep. So yeah, parasympathetic. So it's a rest and digest state. So once the threat has passed, you know that the threat has passed, then you can rest and digest and be able to digest normally, sleep normally, your slow heartbeat, you can breathe normal now, your eyes not dilated anymore, so you can rest. So you can take paracetamol to rest. So that's how I remember during my med school. That's all the tips and tricks. Yes. Is that clear? Most of us gonna have like this. Some people might sweat, some people might not, depends on your body. I grew up in a mall. Half of my life live in a mall. So then I rarely sweat. So even though I'm so nervous and have this alert, I rarely sweat. So the sweat might not be the good indicator, but the digestion, the activity of your intestine, you probably gonna be able to know that. The release of the glucose you might not notice, but your eyes dilate, your heartbeat, you can easily notice that. And some of you might have like called butterfly in the stomach. That's also part of it. Yes.
I have a question. I've read recently
Yeah.
that a scientist discovered that like what could be the second brain in our stomachs, and which is that we have very like, that hasn't been discovered before, that we have very strong like neural system in our stomach. Have you heard about this?
Yes, we have a lot of nerves in our stomach.
Yeah.
Because not just to digest, you know that our stomach is a J shape. Obviously you see that it's a J shape, but it also it can enlarge 3 times of the size. So we can eat a lot at the buffet. But that's also requires a lot of nervous system to enlarge and then come back, and also be able to protect itself from the stomach acid as well. So it's some multiple nerves in there. Anyone have any questions or curiosities regarding this? Can we move on to something a bit more cool? Oh, not cooler than this, but another story that's similar. The toys that we normally use.
Oh no. Oh no. No. I hate it.
I feel your pain. Oh, I was there. Myself experienced that. So these are, so when we study the brain or the nervous system, we use equipment, right? Maybe a larger equipment, like a big toy like this, to learn more about ourselves. So top left here is a CT scan. So anyone know what a CT scan is? It scans your brain. It can also scan other parts of your body as well. Anyone been inside the CT? Yes?
Yes, I have a slip disc in my bag, so I needed to go there regularly to see the development. It's quite interesting to see the pictures.
Well, it wasn't that pleasant when you were in there though.
It was okay.
It was okay. I like how you put it like gently. It was okay. CT scan, think of like you guys done X-ray before in your life, so to speak. Yes? No? Good for you. Yes. It is good. So CT scan is a big giant X-ray machine. Think it like this. That it can done X-ray more accurate than actual X-ray. It cannot just scan your brain, but it can also scan other parts of your body, like your legs and your arms, to see only the structure though, only the structure. Only structure, I mean like, okay, where is it broken, where is it cracked, skull and things like that. So it is the, compared to the other tunnel below, this is the cheapest one, so to speak. EEG. Anyone try EEG before?
My friend did.
Your friend did? That he or she likes it?
She was like, it's a little weird. I just got a picture and I saw that. I was like, are you okay? But she said it was a bit weird, like a weird feeling.
Yeah. It is weird. Oh, it also looks weird. But it's basically, you know, a swimming cap, right? Put that, and it has like lots of holes. That holes will connect to electrodes, that the electrical nodes, and just like a button, just click, 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 to monitor your brain waves especially when you sleep, whether you're dreaming or not, or if when you're awake. They normally do with like children or people who do like after the brain surgery to see if there's anything wrong with it. And it feels weird because it transfers like extra electrical signals into your brain in order to be able to have this result, the EEG reading, right there. And wearing it is a bit weird too, because it's attached, the wire attached to the monitor, and you just cannot go anywhere. So not a pleasant thing, not a pleasant thing. Let's do the PET scan first. Anyone try PET scan before? PET scan, it takes time, a lot. It's called electrode telegraphy scan. So basically, they either have you take, it looks like a capsule of medicine, but inside it contains glucose components that they can detect, or in some hospital they just inject to you. So how to do is that you go there, you go to the waiting room, they're gonna either inject or have you take it and wait for 45 minutes to an hour for it to spray through your body. You go to this tunnel and you lay down for 45 minutes to an hour.
Without moving?
Of course, without moving. It's really narrow. It's very narrow. Yes, it has the sound too, but not as loud as this one. So then, how they do it is that they scan the body through the glucose detector that you consume or they make you consume. It's better than just TCT because it not just show you the structure but also show you the function. It's gonna show as in like a color, like okay, this part is more activated, it turns red or then yellow or orange. The part